Happy New Year. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for each life path number for 2025. Now, I will be doing a quick take for the year ahead for 2025, what it entails as far as the global cycle, the universal cycle that we'll be working with. I'll be putting that out as it gets closer to, as we get closer to 2025. So have a listen to that if you're interested to know more about, again, the overall energy of 2025 and how to best work with it, more on a mundane level. This video is, again, focused on what you can expect for your personal life path number. Now, please note, your personal year, which is derived from your own personal numerology, can be very different, and it takes priority over this reading for your life path. The personal year will be most dominant. And then, of course, this energy you'll be feeling, but it won't be as dominant as the personal year. So if you're interested in finding out what your personal year is, what that forecast entails, and for a specialized reading dedicated to your own personal numerology, then I suggest having, obviously, a reading. And my information is in the description box below. If you would like to work with me, I would love to take a look. And of course, this is a general forecast, so keep that in mind as well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look to see what we've got cooking in 2025. Life path number 8. So you all are going to be working with the vibration of the 17-8 for 2025. This is beautiful energy. So first and foremost, you're going to be working with your own vibration of the 8. So already, usually when we work through a cycle that is our own energy, our own life path energy, even though there's challenges, obviously, in life and things that we'll have to move through, it just feels good. Like it feels much more aligned. Like it's a year that we can kind of see things fall into place, that, we really get clarity on the areas where we need to do a little bit more work to kind of step into this vibration. But where it is that we are aligned with our life path really flourishes. Like we can really see things take off. So for you all, because it's obviously your own energy of the 8, but you also have this influencing energy of the 17, which that within itself for a cycle is incredibly beautiful. It's like the star card in tarot. So it's like, wish fulfillment, dreams coming true. Like you've put in the effort and you're seeing the rewards now. It's that kind of energy. It's kind of like things happening as if by magic, even though you are a part of that magic. So really, truly beautiful year ahead for you 8s. Travel is absolutely highlighted at this time, as there might be, many opportunities for that travel, right? For that where, you might travel somewhere and then maybe it's for work or maybe it's for pleasure, but there could be a lot that comes out of that experience for you that, creates new opportunities or new creative ideas, or you meet people who are really significant on your path. So if you have the opportunity to travel this year, I would say absolutely go for it. For some reason, there's likely some kind of reward tied to the travel. So again, if that opportunity comes up, I would say go for it. Rewards in general are a theme this year. So again, things paying off, taking, with the 8 energy, it's about taking risks, and there's highs and lows with those risks. And this is a journey, but this is a year where you could absolutely see those risks pay off, and a really powerful return of investment, right? A substantial return of investment this year is very much possible. You could have successful achievements in the form of, recognition. Maybe you have a social media account and your site just blows up. Maybe you get a lot more clients. Maybe, you put your work out into the world and it's just very well received and you receive that recognition. Money, gifts, advancements, promotions are all possible this year. Now, again, this is a general reading. So, is this going to be for every 8? No, because they're always, when we're moving through our own cycle, there's always things that we have to learn about our own life path and challenges we have to overcome in order to greater step into that vibration. So it depends on where you're at in your journey, right? Like if the last couple of years, you haven't really been taking the risks, you haven't been putting yourself out there, you haven't been, whatever the case may be, you're not going to see the same return of investment as someone who has been doing that work, right? Same thing with if you have a toxic relationship with money, then you will see some challenges come in around that. And you might see loss come in this year that you have to move through and figure out, a better way. So just kind of keep that in mind. Like the stage is set for this to be a very rewarding year for eights, but it also depends greatly on your own personal journey and how that energy is going to present. Because never for eights is it an energy where things are just handed over to you, right? You have to be a part of that blazing that trail, putting that effort in, making it happen. This is a year where if you've been doing that, then you can likely see great success and great rewards from that in whatever area of life that it needs to show up. But I just kind of want to put that preface out there. So if you're an eight who, moves through some, power struggles or, a loss of resources or money this year, these are all themes of the eight energy that you've got to move through the lower vibration to get to the higher vibration. So just keep that in mind. However, the energy of the 17-8, that influencing energy of the 17 really does bring in the magic. It really does bring in that wish fulfillment. So even if you are someone who moves through, loss this year, financial, whatever it might be, or maybe your personal persona or your, professional image is tarnished in some way this year, it's giving you an opportunity to find a better way to build better, right? But even if you do move through those, you will find that better way, right? That's the beauty of the 17. It will, you still might have to move through some of the challenges of the 8, but there's this very helping, assisting type of energy, magical energy of the 17 that's coming in and saying, here's the better way, right? So regardless of what you're moving through this year, there will be those rewards. There will be that clarity, that deeper understanding that kind of paves the path forward in a really easy way, right? So things this year should feel a lot lighter, should feel a lot easier than in the past. This can absolutely be an energy, no matter what you're moving through, that brings in that renewed sense of hope and determination and opportunities for lucrative collaborations. Lucrative, successful collaborations are absolutely possible now. So if you have the idea, if you have the vision, reach out and connect with the people who can help you to make it happen, because this would be a year where you could absolutely gain that momentum for sure. This is also a year where many problems that you've been facing, that you've been moving through, can be solved with very fulfilling results, very fulfilling results. So again, even if you're moving through the weeds this year, whether it's financially or, with your public image, your persona, whatever, even as you're moving through that, again, the beautiful vibration of the 17 brings in the solution, right? Brings in the solution for the better way. You're going to have to show up and put in the effort, of course, but it's not like in past years where you've really had to work so hard for it, That's the potential of the 17. Definitely a keynote here, though, is that you have to maintain integrity and your honesty. Make sure that you come back to your why, and that your why has integrity, that what you're doing is not just for self-serving purposes. If it is, you might see the rewards and the momentum, but it's going to be fleeting. That's one of the keynotes of the 8 energy, that what you do, what you put out into the world, where you gain your success, where you gain your notoriety, has to be met with that integrity. And if it's not, then you might see those rewards, but there are repercussions of that, and likely it's losing it, right? It being fleeting, and then having to rebuild. So keep coming back to your North Star. Keep coming back to your why. Keep coming back to your own integrity. Make sure that, again, there's honesty and integrity behind whatever you do this year. That's where you're going to see the most fulfillment. That's where you're going to see the most rewards, and the most long withstanding rewards, right? The most sustainable rewards. This is definitely going to be a year where you're going to have to overcome any self-doubt by doing, right? Saying yes, taking action, making it happen, and be mindful of any need for control for any need of being overly controlling. Let the energy flow this year because it is such a beautiful energy that the flow is going to give you more than what you could get by trying to control the environment or the situation. Put in the effort, show up where you can, and then let the universe do its work. Be careful about greed as well this year. Anything driven by control, greed, the need for power, the need for influence, the need to be seen, you're going to get the backlash of that. You might see that success, but it's going to be fleeting. And, the downfall of that would be much more devastating than if you just, move through that, where that need for success or need for notoriety or need to be seen or need for money are coming from, and kind of come back to, deconstruct that and come back to your why and get back to your integrity, get back to the soul of whatever it is that you're pursuing. So very powerful, beautiful energy for you eights this year. I really do love this. I think this could be a really pivotal year for you all, depending on where, of course, you are on your journey. But one that you'll look back on and be like, wow, this was such a big year for me. Like, this really set the stage for, whatever it is that you're building, whatever it is that you're moving towards. So it has that power and that potential. There's so much magic this year, so much magic to be tapped into this year. One thing I will mention, of course, is this is a long cycle. This is a year long. So you're not going to see everything. I mean, you might, but more than likely, you're not going to see everything come in on January 1st. It's going to be this progressive energy that unfolds over the course of 2025. So by the end of 2025, as you move into 2026, you've whatever it is that you've built, whatever it is, whatever foundation you're standing on, you're going to be set up for likely quite a bit of success come 2026 as you enter a 9 cycle. Yeah, so beautiful energy here. I think you're going to like this year. I think you are. You're a big participant in it though. So it depends, of course, on your own personal choices and decisions, how the year will play out, but man, beautiful energy. I'm envious. So as far as your animal wisdom message for this year, you've got horse energy. And if this wasn't just the perfect energy for you all for this year. So with horse energy, this is like chariot energy in tarot. This is the green light, man. This is like that raw power, that strong momentum forward, pushing through, breaking through any of the barriers and just full force ahead, full speed ahead. Travel is also, again, highlighted with horse energy coming through big time. So there is something here for you all around travel. So I would say, again, if you have the opportunity for pleasure or for work, say yes, because I think a lot could come out of those experiences for you all this year. But mainly with the 17-8 and the horse energy coming through, this is the green light. This is like all systems go. So you will likely see a lot of momentum, a lot of movement forward, a lot of things falling into place as if by magic, but it's not by magic because you're such a big part of it. So powerful, beautiful, exciting energy for 2025 for you all eights. I hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now.